They were different culture movements, periods around the timeline of the ancient culture called Precolumbine period in Peru, and they were installed in many cities of Peru. By that time, I'm talking about before Christ, when CHAVIN culture started with its beautiful, artistically interesting jewelry, vessels, and ceramics. Through the different periods of time, those cultures were passing away, but they still are symbolic for us. We admire that work they did in a remote world where there were no instruments, tools, but they still have the concept of their living and that art of those cultures for making them, which has been drawn there in those magnificent work they did since then. We can name them all. Those different cultures, and those were CHAVIN culture between 1200 before Christ and 300 before Christ. Then we can talk about PARACAS culture between 700 before Christ until 200 before Christ. It was in Ica, in the peninsula of PARACAS. Then Nazca culture. It was from 200 after Christ until 600 after Christ. It was in Grande River, in CHINCHA, in Acari, Arequipa, and Ayacucho. And then it comes the Mochica culture. It was at the age of 200 after Christ to 600 after Christ, and this was at the city of Moche. Then it comes the TIAHUANACO culture, and it was at the age of 100 after Christ until the year 1100 after Christ. This was in Tacna, MOQUEGUA, and Arequipa, at the north until Ayacucho. And then comes the Huarpa culture, from the 0 year to 600 after Christ. And this was in Ayacucho, Huamanga, and Guanta cities. Then it comes the HUARI culture, and it was from the year 600 after Christ to 1200 after Christ. And it was in Ayacucho, Piura, Cajamarca, CUZCO, and Moquegua cities. Then comes Chimu culture. It was from the year 1200 after Christ until 1460 after Christ, and it was in Libertad, CHANCHAN, and those cities. Then comes another culture which is called CHINCHA culture, and it was from the 1200 after Christ until 1465 after Christ. And it was in Pisco, in CHINCHA, and these ones were conquered by the Incas. It was the time for the Incas to conquer them. Then it comes the Chancas culture, and it was from the 1200 after Christ to the 1438 after Christ. And this was between the rivers on Ampas, in Huancabelicas, Ayacucho, and Andahuaylas. The Inca civilization, when they start conquering, they start watching and receiving all that inheritance of all Peruvians before them, with all that timeline with so different Peruvian cultures. From that time of development and beauty and art, the Incas Empire was from 1043 after Christ until the year 1572. During all this meaningful time for the Peruvians in heritage, luxury, and empire time, with the managing of this kingdom time. And this is the timeline of them. those Incas since they start until they end their period of being Incas kingdom in Peru. These were the Incas' names: Manco Capac, Sinchi Roca, Yoke Yupanqui, Maita Capac, Capac Yupanqui, Inca Roca, Yaguarahuaca, Huiracocha, Pachacutec, Inca Yupanqui, Tupac Yupanqui, Huayna Capac, Huáscar, and the last Inca, Atahualpa. If you like this video, you can give me a like and you can give me your comments. You can subscribe also to my channel, because I will be bringing you more videos like this one with so much culture in. So until the next video.